Hey guys, so this is my first ever guitar tutorial. I'm doing a tutorial for the song I Will Not Fear, which I wrote with my friend Hanna. She did all the lyrics and I did all the guitar parts. So yeah, if I recommend before doing this tutorial, going through it, that you actually watch the music video that we did. The link is in the description. Because that gives you kind of an idea of what the song is supposed to sound like before you come over here and I teach you exactly how to do the guitar parts. It's an awesome song, I love it, I'm so proud of Hanna. And yeah, feel free to comment on any questions that you may have, because this is my first guitar tutorial, so I don't really know everything that I should be including, if I gave enough detail or too much. So feel free to give me any feedback you may have, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Alright, so chords for the verse are C add 9, which is like a G chord, except you take your index and middle finger up a string each, so like that, to a G. It's sort of like a D chord. You have your pointer finger on 2nd fret of the E string, and then you have your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. So you ring it out and you kind of block the top string. So it sounds like this. It's kind of like a D chord over an F, except you don't play the top string. And then the last chord is an E minor. So the rhythm to that is something like this. And then you play the last 2 chords again. And the 3rd time you play those last 2 chords, you want to really make sure that the low strings ring out a lot more than the higher chords, the higher strings, because that'll match like the melody of the melody for the singer. They go down at the end in the last 2, and the low ones sound really nice if you just do it, and it sounds like emptier, which transitions better into the chorus. So just again, that's like a C, cool. Now the chorus is the same rhythm for the most part, except it goes G, C, the C add 9 thing that we do. This is just a regular G chord. G to the C add 9, then an E minor to the D. Now the first time you go through the chorus, and the second time as well, you're just going to do single hits like you did during the verse. But after repeating the verse, you will build like you'll play the chorus through. Then build on the E into like a strumming pattern. Now what you can also do on the D is do like a little pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string, just to kind of add a little bit of flavor. Now the bridge is very similar to the chorus. The chords are the same, but what we do for the bridge is that we leave these 2 fingers, your ring and pinky finger, anchored on these 3rd frets of the B and E string. So you have like a G, and then the C that we still always do. And then instead of a regular D, when you play a D, you're going to do that D from the verse, and then you'll do your E minor the same, but with the 2 high strings. Now the rhythm of the bridge is a little different than the chorus, although the order of the chords are the same. Whereas the chorus was like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. The bridge is just straight, so it's 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Yeah, so it's just nice and simple. and straight like that. That's all the chords for the song. The order of the song is 2 times through the verse, 1 time through the chorus, 1 time through the verse, 2 times through the chorus, 4 times through the bridge, and then once just doing those chords for the verse out, but just 1 time through that. Now here's the picking part for the verse. I'll play this through a couple times. I'll play it just normally once at roughly normal speed, and then I'll play it slower so you can get a better feel for it. It's really hard to teach it without going note by note, since there's multiple strings being played at the same time, but most of it takes place on the middle 4 strings. Not a ton of notes happen on the E string except for at the very E strings except for at the very end. So here goes. Alright, now I'm going to do it one more time, a little bit slower, just so that you can get a bit of a better feel for it maybe. This is the picking part that I play the first 2 times I play through the chorus. Once the other guitar builds up a bit more, I do a bit of a different part. But for the first 2, when it's just strumming, I do something like this. It's kind of like a 3 notes that I repeat 3 times. Well, sort of. You'll see. It's something like. So, like if you think of the chords in sets of 2, you have the G, C, the G, D, G, C again, and then E minor, D. So for the first of the 2 chord sets, they go through this little. You play the B, G, and D string, or you play the B string, and then the bass note of the chord at the same time. So you pluck those at once, and then you do the next 2. So the first chord in this little set of 2 gets like 1 of those, and then the second chord in the set gets 2 of those. So it's like 1, 2, 3. So the third one is a little quicker. So like that. So for the entire chorus, it would be something like this. Now, if you look carefully, you'll notice that when I play the D chord, for all the chords, I just play the bass note of the chord, except for the D chord, where I play the A string. It sounds a bit better in like a bass progression than if you were going to the D. And since we're already playing the D string, it would be like, and it doesn't have that same low end effect that the other 3 chords have. Once the other guitar builds up, I just do kind of like just like a loose strumming pattern that just takes the bass and then the top 3 strings. So something like this. The reason I do this is that way, especially if there's harmonies or something like that, and the first guitar is just building up, the middle like the middle area of like the sonic spectrum. You got like the low, high, and then like the middle. That doesn't get super bogged up. And since due to the thing that you're playing during the verse is very mid-heavy. So to create contrast, even once the guitar is building up a little bit, I like to keep away from the mid during the chorus, just to create a little bit of contrast between the verse and the chorus. And I don't play anything special for the bridge. I just go along. With what the other guitar is playing. So yeah, that's the song. For lyrics, which I don't fully know, so I don't want to say and screw up, and for the melody of the song, you can go to the music video that I shot with my friend Hannah, who wrote the song, as well as our two other friends, Anna Ruth and Stephanie. Take a listen to it, it's awesome. They're all incredible singers and awesome musicians. And I hope you enjoyed learning this song that I helped write whilst in Biarritz, France.